Alright, what's up guys? This is Eddie with DKG Racing. This is also Eddie with DKG Racing, and the Eddie's here. And kind of want to just give an apology for not having any YouTube videos up. We've been dealing with a lot of bugs on the truck, and I also am horrible at filming. So yeah, we've been filming and nothing has audio, so that's great. Lovely. Round of applause to me. So, just kind of give a backstory. We've been dealing with a lot of electrical issues. Finally, we think we got everything dialed in. And then we've been fighting we broke a lot of things at the last race, so we fixed all that. And today we're going to pre-run out in Grand Junction, Colorado. So, got anything to say, Father?
Well, let's just get after it.
First things first, before we get further into the video for you guys, we're going to give a sponsorship shout out to Mr. Scott Munford. Can't thank this guy enough for coming on board with us. I met him last year, and he's been an awesome help for the race team. We've gotten quite a few tools for the race truck itself for it to put into our bag, and then also he's helped me with my daily life as what I do for a living, which is a mechanic. So if you guys need any tools, I highly recommend going to Scooter. If you're in a Grand Junction area, or if you're all the way out in Moab, because he stops out in Moab, hop on his truck, and if he doesn't have it, he'll order it for you, and he usually gets it there within a week. And he's an awesome dude. Loves talking with him, loves speaking with him, and he's honestly going to be there for you. As long as you take care of him, he'll take care of you. And he's one of the best guys that I know of. I've gone through tons of tool dealers, and there's nobody else that's been like Scott. And I can't thank him enough for coming on board. So, without further ado, here's the rest of the video. I'm back, guys. As you just got done watching us doing a pre-run / testing of everything else that we've been changing. There's been a lot that's been kind of going on. Been dealing with wiring bugs, like we said in the beginning of the apology. A lot of those, finally, we think we got all of them dialed in and knocked out. The other ones that we also fixed on the pickup per Vernal was we lost a spare tire, so I had to gusset and plate everything back in because I was stupid and I just really had one tube up, and that doesn't really work. So the other thing that we noticed that was a really larger of all of the issues that we had to address was during Vernal. Don't know when. I don't know if it was when I sent it or if it was a few of the whoops that we had hit. But I pretty much was about ready to rip off the frame side upper link mount and then rip off the complete upper link mounts off my rear end, which we'll show you that here in a little bit. Other than that, the truck ran phenomenal. For once, we didn't have any issues on a test. Lately, it feels like it's been one thing after another fixing things. For once, the truck felt solid, and the truck gave us no hiccups whatsoever. We pushed it pretty hard, almost race pace, but not race pace, like what we would be going into for this week. So it felt good it felt better than Vernal, basically, which is 10 times better than what we were expecting. So one thing that we will be upgrading here soon is we got new fans. I am not sponsored by Proform, but we have new brushless fans that'll be going into the pickup. Those will be getting installed sometime this week. We've been having fluctuant readings, a little bit higher than what we like. So we upped the CFM on the fans instead of a brush motor with a brushless motor. Other than that, everything else in the truck is feeling great. We have no issues. Shocks feel great. We don't have any issues there. Tuning wise for everything. Also, if the engine is feeling phenomenal. Love the tune that my tuner put in the pickup. It felt great in Vernal, and it feels great at the sea level that we're at here as well. And plus, we're going to be racing in our hometown. So shout out to the home team here. Without further ado, I'll show you some of the stuff we fixed and carry on with the rest of the night and go from there. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to show you guys kind of what we had to do to fix things. This winter, this will get officially fixed, but right now, since it's race season and kind of just a nice patch job we did. So basically, went through this mount right here, was pulled out a solid 1/2 inch out, and what we had to do is we had to push this back in, and then we had to basically cut in probably a 1/2 inch V cut into it. And there's about 3 passes. I had to burn in the plate, and then I had to reburn in the mount actually onto the plate itself. So we got that fixed. And then, like I was telling you guys before, up there, it's kind of a pain for me to get out from underneath the truck and then show you again. But this mount was basically pulling forward, ripping it off in the truss from behind. So we got that fixed and got the rear end squared away. One thing that we were dealing with on this truck was, when we didn't even realize it till we got done a Vernal, my rear end was never square. So we actually went ahead and squared up the rear end, and my wife is the one that actually pointed it out because we never realized it, and so we're like, oh, whoa. So we went ahead and got that squared away, got this upper link mount squared away, and then also on the axle, and did all that stuff. And so then we just went out and did the testing, and everything's good. So with that being said, thank you guys. Tune into the channel, and please like, subscribe, and follow the YouTube channel, and everything helps.